So maybe you are young and you don't have a lot of experience, and you are going into a meeting with some pretty important people. How do you present yourself with confidence? How do you interact with people who are maybe older, who may be more successful than you? How do you do that? First of all, I believe that rich people, wealthy people, they're just people with money. They are the same as everybody else. They have their struggles, they have their frustrations, they have goals, they have desires. Although they have more choices in life because they have money, but they have desires, they have goals, they're just like everybody else. So first of all, I believe when you're dealing with them, don't put them on a pedestal. They're just regular people with money. But don't be arrogant either. When you are talking, when you're interacting with them, when you're facing them, I believe that anyone that's successful who is self-made, that they didn't get the money from like family, not second generation, things like that, where self-made, most of the time they appreciate the grit, the persistence, the tenacity, the qualities that got them to where they are today. So what it means is, if you can demonstrate those qualities, that they would see themselves in you, that hey, you know what, this kid it's got some persistence, it's got the drive, it's got the ambition, and chances are they respect that, right? Not arrogance, not like, oh man, I know what I'm talking about. That you actually don't know what the hell you're doing, but you pretend you know what you're doing, which is coming from insecurities. But if you're humble, you say, I'm here to learn. That can I ask your advice? What would be your take on? When you come from a place like that, when you come from a place of learning and being open-minded and being coachable, I find that most successful people, they are generous, that they are willing to help, they are willing to give you some advice because they don't really need anything from you, that they've already made it, they've done it, they've been there and done that. So I believe when you are dealing with them, number one, treat them just like everybody else. Not overly, don't put them on a pedestal. At the same time, don't be arrogant, just like everybody else. And when you communicate with them, and see how you could add value. And you have to have some kind of value to offer in the first place. Because most people, chances are, if they are successful, most people in their life, like myself, they get approached by a lot of people. And most people want something from them, right? They either want a job, they either want money, or they want something, right? Everybody's got an angle, some kind of hidden agenda. They want something from them. So when you approach them and you don't ask anything, and you're just humble and you are asking questions, not asking for something, but you're just there to learn, I think you'll find that they are very open-minded. And if you want to train yourself how to communicate in certain situations, when you have an important meeting, maybe you are dealing with a power player, you want to practice in advance. You don't just want to go into a situation, go into a scenario with no practice, right? That is not only very dangerous, it could waste that opportunity, because you never know, you might never get a second chance, right? So what we've created is a very special platform called salescalls.com. That it is a place, think of that as a sales dojo that you go on, and it's the world's first reality-based sales simulator, that you could go on there and you could role play, that you could learn how to communicate with people in different scenarios. Maybe you're meeting with that CEO, maybe you're meeting with that VP, maybe you're meeting with that highly successful person. Well, how do you talk with them? How do you know what to say? How do you know when not to say so much? How do you learn how to listen? Salescalls.com will train you how to do that. More than that, it's not just a platform. Every single week, you would get to hear and participate live role play. Some of my top students, some of my top closers do, and you will hear how they use language, how they use words, how do they communicate, how do they listen. All of that is on salescalls.com, or you could click the link here. I have my Team Pro link here. You could check it out as well. Until next time, I'll see you, my Bentley.